Hello, good morning, everyone, or maybe good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, there was a technical mistake, I think. So I left from this meeting before, but I hope that we can get this class be done perfectly. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. I think. Thank you. Before I would like to thank you for all of you to join my class. And the topic for my class today is Agile government to improve public service quality. Maybe I would like to introduce myself before I give my class. I give my explanation about this topic. Okay, my name is Lailul Mursyidah. I'm a teacher of public administration in Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo. Maybe you can call me Bu Ilul or Ma'am Ilul. It's okay. Okay, thank you. I think maybe all of you or some of you have been heard about agile government, that this perspective is popular today in public administration. Actually, this perspective come from private sector that adopted by public administration or public sector to improve some of the quality of the management of public sector. Yes, okay. And because I'm concerned to study public service management, so I try to I try to connecting about the perspective of agile government to public service in public service management. So I get this topic for this class. Okay. Actually, my idea come from the problem of public service that, as we know that actually we still find some problem in public service. Yes, the first usually the problem of public service is too bureaucratic. Some of the organization, some of the public organization or public service agency have too bureaucratic organization. That's why when we get a public service, we still meet about the question that too long, yeah, and we still need too much time to have public service like that. And the other, not only too bureaucratic, but also the organization is too big. Yes, too big. Also, that too bureaucratic and too big make the organization when give public service is too inefficient and too ineffective. And that's why this is also connecting to another problem also, that some of public service agency is still unaccountable, lack of transparency, and also we still find corruption in public services. I don't know the case in Thailand or in Malaysia, but this problem we still meet in Indonesia, because Indonesia, some of Indonesia still have the bureaucrats or still have the organization or agency that still in old public administration paradigm. Okay, when we talk about the public services, of course, we know that there are three important elements of public service. The first is public service providers, like government, or like some agency who give a public service like that. And then public service recipients like us, community or civil society who get the public service from the government. And then customer satisfaction. Yes, there are three important elements of public services. Okay, before we talk about Agile government, we must know that in public service, there are three paradigms that develop from new public management and then new public service. And now that we will discuss together is about Agile government. Actually, I quoted from Kumarotomo in 2019. He said that Agile government is public organization that are expected to have a more efficient management system by using information technology that is broader and more comprehensive, such as big data analytics. If we
about
analyze
the fire
from
protection,
Kumarotomo statement or Kumarotomo concept, yes,
and local
it's related with the development of the industrial technology. Nowadays, we are known as society 5.0,
like perencanaan pembangunan,
which is we use big data, we use AI like that, and Agile government also influenced by the using of the development technology that like artificial intelligence, big data, something like that. Okay, I think it's also related with the topic before my class that talk about the digital government. I think that we know that digital is very related or is the same as we call it paperless government, and some of people say that
for coordinating
paperless government. The meaning of the Agile government is
so this team, right? They have to communicate.
Is it true that paperless government,
my university can keep myself safe? So by doing these rehearsals, right, you are able to allow your employee to understand what know what are the plannings here.
Like can say that Agile style. Why?
So is it
one agency use Agile methods to
being a company that do regular checking, regular testing,
and therefore paperless government? Because in this paperless government, we
do regular checking, regular testing, and so on, definitely would be lower lah. So this is my opinion.
We need we
Thank
need
you,
designing,
we
need building, we need integrating something.
I think that's all for the questions part. I'm so sorry that maybe some of you I couldn't answer your questions lah. So I hope you enjoy my session, and I'm very happy to see so many of you with all the faces here, and I hope to see you all maybe in the future. So like I mentioned, if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, I can be contacted via the email address. And thank you so much for your time, for listening to me during this session, and I hope you enjoy my session lah. So I'll see you again, guys. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If we
Bye-bye.
know in the past that in government usually is
thank you, Miss.
Very sectoral.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss. In Agile government, it's not so sorry. Sudah tidak ada lagi gitu. Apa namanya? Antar sektoral seperti itu. Jadi di Agile style, in bahasa di Agile style sudah semuanya harus berkolaborasi. So in Agile style, all of the sector must be collaboration like that. So why paperless government? some state that paperless government is Agile style, because in paperless government we use digitalization. In digitalization we linking or we integrating some of the sector like that. We need from the IT team, we need people who make the concept in public service like that. So in digitalization also influence to the leaders who run the team or who manage the team also, of course, like that. Okay. Okay, this is the meaning of the Agile government from OECD and from WEF. Actually, Agile government, even though we know we know Agile government after 2020s, I think, and maybe some of us know in 2023. But actually, this concept is found from the 2015. This Agile methodologies mean from OECD. OECD have the meaning of the Agile government is as the capacity of an organization to proactively identify and respond to emerging policy challenges, so as to avoid unnecessary crisis and carry out strategic and structural changes in an orderly and timely manner. That's from OECD. And from WEF, agility enables public management to be strategic, adaptive, and responsive given an uncertain, volatile, and unpredictable environment. Agile government focuses on effectiveness and responsiveness to the complexity of large government structures to overcome rigidity and enhance public value. So the core of Agile government is to build synergies with a multi-level governance perspective. That's the point from Agile government. That's the synergy. There is synergy with a multi-level governance and perspective. Yes. So there is synergy from the local, from the not local, from the deep is a team, local, and central, like that. Okay. Even the Agile methodologies is found in 2015, but actually Agile concept or Agile methodologies is popular after COVID-19, because when we get the COVID-19, we must change our usual or our life. Yes, so many things in our life is changed, and we have a new normal. We call it new normal, like that. When we must be used the development of technology, kita mau nggak mau harus mau menggunakan teknologi digital, yang mana di situ membutuhkan integrasi juga dari berbagai bidang yang kita butuhkan di kehidupan sehari-hari, from many sector that we need in our life. Okay. Yes, this is the level of government, and this is a specific Agile principle that can be applied at different level at the government. Okay. When you look at the picture, yes, there are 3 levels of government. At the top is central government, and the middle is agency, and the bottom is team. Okay, this is the specific Agile principle in the government of the government. Why these three level, and what is the task of the three level or what is the role of the Agile in every level like that. So in central government, the Agile methodologies make the central government as the result-driven management for government entities. What that's meaning from I quote or I taken from Sivices in 2020 that these Agile methodologies can help central government prioritize strategic projects. Central governments generally allocate resources for strategic goals through the budget process. But because this process is usually annual, the lag between investment initiative and impact creates an informational vacuum. Structurally, the annual resource allocation process for projects that are already in progress over promising new ones. This dynamic can constrain value creation because the process often emphasizes compliance with funding requirement rather than outcomes. I translated in bahasa. So, jadi pada Agile government, pada konsep Agile government ada 3 level pemerintahan yang mereka ada tiga level dalam pemerintahan, di mana kemudian penerapan Agile government ini juga berbeda di 3 level ini. Di tingkat pusat memang pemerintah pusat ini Agile government ini menjadi bagian dari pemerintahan gitu ya, pengelolaan pemerintahan yang berbasis pada hasil. Nah, di mana Agile methodology ini digunakan atau Agile government yang berperspektif Agile itu gitu ya. Di dalam perencanaan strategis dalam perencanaan strategis dalam memerencanakan tujuan maupun merencanakan anggaran gitu ya. Pemerintah pusat ini kan biasanya mengalokasikan sumber daya. Nah, di sini tugasnya pemerintah itu harus mengalokasikan sumber daya gitu ya. Sumber dayanya ini tapi memilih sumber daya yang menekankan pada sumber daya yang tidak hanya berbasis kepada setahunan gitu, tidak hanya secara annually, tidak hanya setiap tahun, tetapi harus berbasis pada proyek di dalam menentukan sumber daya yang akan digunakan di dalam pemerintahan. Kemudian, and then in the agency level, or if we know maybe in government, we say central government is in the state, and then agency is in the local government, and then team is the civil servant who run the government in the local level. So in the local level, in agency, we call kalau di Indonesia itu dinas-dinas, badan gitu ya. Di sini dalam konsep Agile government, in Agile government concept must be collaboration. So agency must be collaboration, not silo. Silo means they separated, run separated in management of the government, but all of the agency, all of the in a local government must be collaboration. And in the past perspective or past concept, or maybe I take the case in Indonesia because I understand Indonesia more better than Thailand and in Malaysia. In Indonesia, some of our agencies still use the old public administration paradigm. So they have so bureaucratic, two hierarchies, two bureaucratic silos. They still have ego-sectoral in public service or in some of activity in government. So they still cannot afford the collaboration for agency. So that's the role of the central government too, how to direct shifting the agency in the local level. And then in the bottom of this picture, there are teams in the bottom team. Team means people and mindset. Team not only about the people, but also the mindset. Because in Agile government, there is a different, the development of the perspective that before the improving, because Agile improve how to manage the government from the ego-sectoral to collaboration to synergy to integration. That's why the team, the people, and the mindset also must be changed to adopt Agile government, to adopt how to work with the collaboration, with the synergy like that. Okay, this is the perspective of Agile. Yes, Agile government focus on the. Okay, sorry, I can read this. Okay, focus on the people who is challenged on service beneficiaries and versus obligate, which is to deliver a public value. So not only the output, but also the outcome from Agile government. And what is the function? The function is policy development, regulatory development, and program and policy implementation services, and information on laws and regulation and public value. Responsible of this organization, charged with executing laws and regulation that deliver services and information. Agile government perspective, responsiveness to respond quickly to change, but also lead change. This requires short-term responsiveness, public's day-to-day needs choice, a voice, and personalization, strategic adaptation, learning from and scaling up of innovation to improve public services systems, over focusing on end results to address cross-cutting issues, and long-term shaping, positively intervening in society to affect long-term trends, creating new opportunities, and preventing or reducing problems before they arise. And Agile government requires its public sector that's innovative, responsive to citizen needs, and who can think strategically and long-term. Whole of government, future foresight, future-proof policies. And for ethos of Agile government perspective, Agile government is responding to changing public needs in an efficient way. Agile government is mission-centric, customer-focused, communication and collaboration enable, and continually demonstrate success to customer and the public. And Agile government perspective observed by adaptability to change in their internal and external environments and quickly learning how to implement changes to their standard operating procedure. Agile government involves small teams and customer participation, empowered by leaders to take rapid action to deliver timely, transparent results. Agile government perspective, preventing or reducing problems before they arise. Government decision-making is competitive with best practices in the business sector. Adaptive strategic sensitivity, resource fluidity, and collective leadership commitment. This is the perspective of Agile government. Okay, and this is the Agile Innovation Management building blocks. And if we look at the picture, we know there are two layers. You can see there are two layers: the base layers and the top layers. Yes. For the base layer is policy. Policies is the best layer, and then you can see there is a management layer too. What is the base layer? Base layer is about the policy. The base layer includes innovative human resource policy. So when we want to apply agile government in public service provider or in agency or organization or government or something like that, we must make the policy first. We make the policy first, and the policy about what? Policy about the human resources, because the human resources is the key of the agile government, as we seen before in the picture before, that where picture about the level of the government. We know that the theme in the bottom, even though in the bottom, but the theme is the most important. The theme is about the people and mindset. That's why the policy, when we want to apply agile government, we must we make the policy about human resource policy. But what human resources we need? We must be recruit in the government group or in agile government. We need the human resource that the top talent, the human resource or the team or the people that know about the tech, about qualified technology like that. And not only the technology, but they know how to collaborate well like that. And then for the management layer, in the management layer is the process management and leadership, about the process management and leadership. Not only about the team, not only how to recruitment the most talented technological people, yes, but also in agile government, leader also the key. Leader, because the leader in agile government is different with the leader in other government. When the government apply agile methodologies, the leader must be leader who we call air cover, atau or in bahasa leader who can mengayomi, pemimpin yang bisa mengayomi, yang bisa memberdayakan, leader who can power their team like that. Leader, not only the leader who can direct people, but also they must be can empower people, empower team on the team below them like that. And then, okay, we move to the advantage of agile government. Why we must be use agile government? Why agile government can improve public service quality? Because first, agile assumes situations are fluid and change over time. As we know that we never know what will be do today, what we will get tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, like as we learn about the COVID-19 case, as some of things change very fast like that. So Agile assume situation are fluid and change over time. That's why we can use Agile methodology. It's good to use Agile methodologies. Agile, the second Agile privilege adaptive structure over hierarchies and silo. Also, we know that some of the agency or organization or government organization still have hierarchies and silos. But in Agile methodologies, everything will be done in collaboration in the dynamic way like that. Agile emphasizes responsible individual discretion over bureaucratic procedures, and Agile emphasizes continuous self-reflective learning processes. And the last advantage, Agile increases knowledge about process, procedures, and requirement for new process and services. Even though Agile try to make the adaptive structure, but in Agile government, we still use procedure in the activity of the organization. Okay, and Agile is a new phenomenon that most governments are still learning how to implement while seeking innovation and improve performance in governance and service delivery. And Agile is a method to increase efficiency in service delivery. That's why Agile government can improving the quality of the public services. Okay, and for Agile's core value, there are 4 Agile's core values. Okay, the first Agile is individuals and interactions over processes and to working software over comprehensive documentation. Nowadays, I think we can separated by a technology, by the digitalization, by software, from we are wake up until we are going to sleep again. We also side by side, we side by side with the software. And then customer collaboration over contract negotiation. We know before that in public service, we must have a public service standard. We must have what we call in Indonesia, we call in bahasa, or in Indonesia, in public service in Indonesia, we have a maklumat pelayanan, or the promise from the government or the promise from the public service provider to the customer to give the best public service like that. In Agile government, it doesn't need it again. The more important is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So we involve the customer in this case, we say the community or the society or civil society to give the recommendation, to give maybe they give us some complaint to develop our public service like that, that it's a better than we give them okay, we have this for public service, so you must be follow like that, not kind of public service, not kind of not kind of public service standard. Okay, and then the last core value is responding to change over following a plan. Okay. And then, okay, when we apply, when we adopt Agile, this is what the team must be know about Agile. That is the team must be follow like that. The first is safety, and the second is frequent delivery. The third, limited WIP. The fourth, ongoing evaluation. The fifth, emergent architecture. The sixth, empowered teams. Seventh, customer collaboration. And eighth, transparency. This is the Agile, the ability to create and respond to change. That's the mean of Agile. So the theme of the Agile government must be follow this eight principle. Okay, and this is the Agile team delivering the great products by Agile government. So Agile team, of course, connecting with the customer, the team planning the work, the team delivering value, the team getting feedback, and the team improving relentlessly. Okay, and there are 3 challenges in adopting Agile in government. So what will be happen, or we anticipate what will be happen if we adopting Agile in government. Okay, Agile is antithetical to many typical bureaucratic line organization because Agile civil servants cannot rely on established standard operating procedure, so their action run headlong into legalistic administrative culture. Because Agile can also contradict administrative law, its application must be evaluated case by case. And the second, Agile requires a new form of leadership. Agile emphasizes putting subordinates first, helping them grow and succeed in the organization, empowering the team, and creating value for the community. And the last, Agile requires new forms of contracting and procurement. Agile requires a contract management approach that is flexible and that's beyond a fixed price, one-time project. Such new models of contracting and procurement focus on the holistic team, service delivery process, and creating long-term trust relationship. Okay, this is the challenge, and this is the conclusion of my material today, that Agile government is a way of mobilizing public resources in a fluid, interactive, flexible, and resilient manner that optimize public value generation without rigidity while utilizing fit-for-purpose policies and procedures. Agile requires a change in a rigid bureaucratic culture, top-down value. Agile overturns traditional bureaucratic organizational principles, and Agile values team members and individual teams, thus requiring discretion in responsibility and great flexibility in organizational procedures and principles. Okay. Okay, this is my material for today. And if there are some questions for you or we need some of discussion, I give a time. I think there is we still have much time to discuss about Agile government. Okay, thank you. Is there any question? Dina? Ananda? Okay, Dina, you can go first.
Okay, Bilul, thank you. In my question, Bilul explained by Bilul, public organizations are still very bureaucratic, so that the execution of public service is too long. Even though we already have NPM, New Public Management, we have NPS, New Public Service, and we have Agile Government. But in fact, Bilul, why almost all public organizations are still long in their public service?
Okay, I directly answer your question, Tina. why still have long to give public service? Because the mindset that we have in Indonesia, maybe for friends from Thailand and Malaysia, for your information, I think in Indonesia we still have many problems in public service, especially in the human resources. We still have so many apparatus or the civil servant who have the old perspective. That's why this is actually our task as the academic. We must give them some training, some more information about the development of the paradigm, because some of them, Gina, still have the mindset of the old public administration paradigm, which is bureaucratic. As we know, that old public administration is stick with the very long president Suharto. Yes, maybe if you have been read about the history of the Suharto, their government, his style of his style managing the government used the old public administration paradigm with the characteristic of the hierarchies, so bureaucratic, silos, everything we must get validated from the leader. And that mindset still in some of our civil servant in Indonesia. That's why when we go to the public service provider, sometimes we still have the long time to get the public service. That is Dina. Gimana Dina? Jadi memang ya seperti kita tahu lah gitu ya, masih banyak petugas pelayanan itu yang mindsetnya masih mindset tipe ideal birokrasi itu menurutnya Max Weber yang old public administration, karena mereka memang juga tidak pernah dapat update terkait dengan perkembangan paradigmanya itu seperti apa gitu juga. Itu.
Okay, betul. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Dina. Okay, I think Ananda come before ST. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. About Agile government, I said before, in this case, there must be collaborative with a lot of stakeholders to achieve its goals. But how can the government measure user satisfaction and get continuous feedback in the context of implementing Agile principles in improving the quality of public service? Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Nanda. Okay, that's a very good question. Nanda, actually, government have some measurement to measuring the public service the customer satisfaction, or we have a survey kepuasan masyarakat, we have a span lapor. Yes, not only formal measure, yes, formal measure or very academic measurement like that. We use also methodologies actually to measuring the public service. We can use complaint center. Yes, complaint center is one of the tools to public service measurement, to one of the tools to measure the customer satisfaction. So in Agile government, the most important how to know about the quality of the public service, how to know how good or yes, how good the government give the public service or the run the government from they can know from the complaint center. In the central government, we have span lapor. Maybe the local government or in every agency, they also have the complaint center by themselves. And the customer can use the complaint center to reporting, to not only reporting, but also they can give what they want. They can report to the agency or the public service provider. So that complaint center can be used as the tool to measuring the public service quality or customer satisfaction. Okay, and maybe there are things that you are not satisfied, or you just still want to more questions?
No, thank you very much for your answer. Your answer is very helpful and gives a better understanding of the topic I'm studying right now.
Okay, I think that concept, Agile government concept, is very, very good. I think very good to apply in public administration, actually, in our government nowadays, because in our government, actually in Indonesia, we still found that some of the governments still have eco-sectoral. We can see from the case of the poverty, the government still what we say in English, still masih mengatasi kemiskinan itu secara sektoral gitu loh. Jadi masih misalnya dinas PMD mereka punya data sendiri, nanti di Bapeda punya data sendiri, di Dinsos ada data sendiri, di Dinkes ada data sendiri. Nah, hal yang seperti itu gitu ya, that things justru menghambat gitu, menghambat untuk penyelesaian atau untuk pelaksanaan dari sebuah kebijakan atau kegiatan yang ada di pemerintah. Nah, itu yang sebenarnya harus kita geser gitu dengan Agile government. Di Agile government itu sudah tidak ada lagi seperti itu. Semuanya harus bersinergi, berkolaborasi dengan menggunakan satu data, big data analysis tadi. Itu yang menurut Agile government itu dengan cara seperti itu akan lebih efektif dan efisien. Kayak gitu. Yeah, maybe you can do continue my study, yes, for Agile government. Okay, thank you, Ananda. And then S.P.
Yes. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Before that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I will give my question. I think Agile government is a concept for taking the benefits of technology to improve the ability of information and communication in our government for giving service for the society. But as we know that in this era, we often find civil servants still don't have ability or incompetent in their job. And then in this digital era, there are some people still choose prefer get service from the service office than online service. What is the government policy to improve the performance of civil servant? And what should government do to introduce popularity in our society? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Asti. Of course, government now try to move to Agile government. Actually, now the government have some agendas to give what we say a training. Yes, the socialization training, and for the policies, I think government have some policies to support the implementation of the actual government, like SPBE, kebijakan SPBE policy, sistem pemerintahan berbasis elektronik, or government electronic system policies, and then e-government policy, and then pemerintah Kemenpan RB have a policy about one innovation, one year, one innovation, like that. I think for the policy is that's the supporting policy. But when we are make a reformation, I think that's not reformation, but when we change, of course, it's hard. What is the hardest part? The hardest part is try to change the mindset of the people. This is and this is not instant. We cannot have done instantly. So, but the government step by step try to make a socialization, make a training, and then introduce the Agile methodologies, and not only the team, but also the government try to change the mindset from the leader. We know that many leaders in organization, especially in government organization, they have a authoritarian mindset. They have what we say what type of leadership. Tipe-tipe pemimpin yang hanya memerintah gitu. Nah, itu kan masih banyak gitu. Padahal in Agile government need leader who can empower the team. Empower atau memberdayakan itu maksudnya leader yang justru dia itu leader yang bisa menservis untuk memberikan atau untuk menggali potensi dari timnya, potensi dari anggotanya. Justru itu leader yang dibutuhkan di Agile. Jadi ini yang memang harus dilakukan perombakan gitu ya oleh pemerintah gitu ya. So the government must be have a structurally change in the organization, change from the leader until the team. They try. They must be selecting. They must be training. So they have the mindset about the collaboration. But I know that it will be hard. Yes, ST. I need more time. I think a long time. Okay, ST.
Okay, Mom. Thanks for your nice answer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Is there any question again? From other students? So for you two that still in the mindset of old public administration, you must be make apa kita bilang ya, harus ini ya, harus apa? Kita harus introspeksi ternyata kita itu that we have a very old mindset. If we want Indonesia as a development country, yeah, we must be fast follow to the change of the paradigm too. And because you are the agent of the change, yeah. So agent of change, so you must be prepared that if you are as the part of the government in the future, you must be you must be a fast learner, you must be have a fast changer, like that. Okay, any question, Alma? It will be good or bad if we finish our class early. I think it's right 1 hour for our class. If for me, I'm happier when my class is finished early. I think in Indonesia now, it's time to pray duhur for your information to the student from Thailand and Malaysia. I'm really happy I have all of you join to my class this afternoon, even though it is, even though now there are your holiday time. But I'm very happy that you are still join to study with me in this class. And we are together improve our English skill, I think. Okay, the committee, is it okay if I finish our class now? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope we can meet again, maybe other activities or maybe another class, or not only in class. I think we can meet and discuss in outside the academic activities, I think, but still we can discuss in English to improve our English skill, I think, for Indonesia student. I hope you are stay in health and happy holiday. Enjoy your holiday. I think you can have a break. You can have a lunch before you start your study again for today at 12:30. Okay, thank you. Actually hard for me to say goodbye, but we must be goodbye. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. you can have a break, you can have a lunch before you start your study again for today at 12:30. Okay, thank you. Actually hard for me to say goodbye, but we must be goodbye. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.